previously.
We just got rid of a key piece of evidence, and if that comes out, we'll be sacked.
I'd really appreciate it if you could represent me at my sentencing.
Can you maybe bring your laptop, please?
I love you.
I'm the Federal Police. I'm gonna have to ask you both to exit the aircraft with me.
Go ahead. I'll get the bags. Xanthe poisoned Susan.
Xanthe, can I take a look through your bag, please? These are the same painkillers that were found in Susan Kennedy's blood tests. What are you doing with these?
Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Xanthe?
No, that's impossible.
Princess, talk to us. We can work this out, just tell the truth.
Finn's accusing you of poisoning Susan Kennedy. That's what prompted the bag search.
You did this.
Sorry, I did what?
You planted that bottle in my bag.
Xanthe.
No, Dad, I'm being set up. It's the only thing that makes sense.
No, she doesn't know what she's saying.
No, I do. I know that Finn would never say anything against me. Excuse me? That is my laptop. What are you doing with that? You can't go through that.
Well, if you don't let us search, I'll have to obtain a warrant.
Well, that's not fair.
Xanthe, just let them look.
Fine.
Is this your journal?
Yes.
There was an entry made not too long ago where you talk about researching the effects of painkillers.
Well, this is my journal, yeah, but it's been edited. Stuff has been added in.
There's another one here where you talk about harming anyone who tries to take down your favourite teacher.
Now, hang on, I know my girl. There's just no way that she wrote that.
Well, could anyone else have had access to this? Finn, maybe. Xanthe, help me understand. Give us the full story.
This is serious. You need to tell us everything you know.
I already have.
She's refusing to budge.
And you don't buy Finn's version of events.
No, he's way too slick. And you know what? I know Xanthe. This isn't her.
That's what you said about Sonia not that long ago.
Xanthe's a teenager.
The journal lays out a clear motive.
The journal that Finn conveniently knew about.
Oh, tell me you are not suggesting that we ignore evidence again.
This is a different situation. Oh, why would you even bring Sonia into this?
It's a bit hard to forget.
Well, I could bring up Steph and Victoria too. Look, can we just concentrate on Finn and Xanthe, please?
Well, if you want to go after Finn, you won't get far because we've got a supposition.
The plane tickets.
We're bought 24 hours apart.
We've still got Piper's statement that she saw Finn with her meds.
It's circumstantial and you know it.
What about if we hold him overnight, let him sweat a little bit?
Oh, no, Brennan. We are doing this by the book.
Okay, then just let me have one more crack at him, right, before he walks. Please. You expect us to believe that a teenage girl forced her way onto a plane and into the seat next to you against your will.
Is Xanthe saying something different?
You are the adult in the situation and in a position of trust as her teacher.
I take that responsibility seriously. I love my job.
Yeah, I hear that you're a career-first kind of guy. Interesting, given you were next in line to be principal if Susan Kennedy grew too ill to continue her role.
I feel like I'm the victim of a witch hunt here. I couldn't exactly manhandle Xanthe off the plane. That would have been inappropriate.
What was your plan then?
Keep her calm. Contact the consulate and get her on the first flight home. I was afraid of how she'd react to total rejection. I hate to say this, but she's not entirely stable.
If you don't tell us the truth, Xanthe eventually will.
Xanthe's had a rocky upbringing. Both her parents have criminal history. You'd want to be wary if she starts changing her tune all of a sudden.
You know, Gary Canning thought he'd lost his daughter when she disappeared with you.
Oh, losing a child, I can't even imagine. Others can. Perhaps that's why you're so keen to overinvest in this case? Or maybe you feel bad because your brother's love affair with a school-age girl gave Xanthe notions about... Oh,
The interview is over. That's enough for today.
Are you sure Mr. Kelly never tried to get friendly with you?
Yes, I'm sure. I mean, he was always super nice to everyone, but
What did he say specifically?
nothing. You don't have to stress. I wasn't all over him like Xanthe was.
Yashvi?
What? She was.
If you really thought that, you should have told me or Mrs. Kennedy.
As if I don't want you to help.
You can't blame yourself, Sheila.
Oh, yes, I can. But a big part of this is your fault too.
That's not fair.
Well, the most important part of your job is to keep our kids safe.
I know, and I failed. I can't excuse it.
And here was I hoping you'd learnt your lesson with this one and Angus.
hang on. That situation was totally different.
And where were you in all this? Oh, too busy breaking up with my Xanthe to realise she needed you.
She broke up with me.
This is a copy of your formal statement. And before you sign it, take it home, read it carefully. Perverting the course of justice has consequences.
I'll sign it now.
No, well, take it home.
There are no charges as of yet, but this isn't over.
Xanthe stuff.
We'll need to keep it as evidence, and we'll need you to come back into the station tomorrow. We'll have a few more questions, and we'll need to take a set of fingerprints. This is a list of your property we're holding. Just sign at the bottom.
Finn!
Brainwashing a teenage young girl to go running off with you. Devil's Island for you, if I had any say.
But you don't. Now, will you let me leave, or do I need to ask the police for an escort?
I am not finished with you yet.
We're here for Xanthe, remember?
He's gonna get away with this, isn't he?
Maybe.
Xanthe, please tell me that man did not lay a finger on you.
No, he didn't. Please go home now.
I know you think I went too far, but the guy deserved it. So you gonna pull rank on me?
Rank doesn't come into it anymore. I'm tendering my resignation.
What?
Every time you and I are thrown into a professional situation together, I'm reminded about what I did and how I behaved towards Steph and Victoria.
I'm sorry I brought that up before.
Oh, you were right. I just can't do this job anymore. But you're a good cop, Brennan, and you compromised yourself. So at the very least, take some time out and think about what that means.
She quit.
Yeah, she thinks I should think about my future too. Take some leave.
This is because you put my shoes out of evidence, yeah?
Yeah, I overstepped, but that's on me, not you. I am finding it hard to live with, though.
Well, then maybe taking a break isn't such a bad idea.
I've still got this case with Finn to see through. I want to make sure that he doesn't hurt anyone else.
Okay, but can you just promise me that when it's done, that you will get on a plane and just disappear? You know, even if it's just for a few days.
Yeah, maybe you're right. How's Nell?
She's recovering. Yeah. She still doesn't like anyone leaving her side though, and she wants me to Skype Callum every single day. She's also been asking about you.
I've been meaning to drop by.
I know. I've been meaning to call. I mean, I don't know why things are so weird between us. So thank you. I mean, I do know why they're weird. I want them to be better now.
Yeah, same. I really miss my best friend.
It's ridiculous. Finn trying to pin the blame on Xanthe for poisoning me,
He's a desperate man.
who should never have been allowed through the school gates. I'm going to have to go back to work tomorrow. The parents, the staff, the department, they all need to know what's happening. I'll have to review the vertically integrated classes.
But not too much too soon.
Well, none of it can wait. No, it's time to sort out all the damage this man's done.
times I checked her room last night just to make sure she was there.
Figured if I slept out here, less chance of her sneaking through. Do you reckon she noticed we got Amy to nail her window shut?
Oh, but we can't keep this up.
Well, she'll come to her senses soon.
Oh, if she's got any left. I mean, accusing Mark Brennan of corruption?
You couldn't meet a straight-up bloke. You should have seen her. Denying everything.
Yeah, and denying that anything physical might have happened with Finn.
You don't believe her?
Well, I just keep thinking about Naomi being into older men.
Nah. Not Xanthe.
Well, whether anything physical happened or not, she developed a deep emotional attachment, and he allowed that to happen.
I can't think about that right now. You know, I'm not going to have a tea. I might go and check how Teresa's coping.
What's she need checking for?
Princess, hey, what can I get you for breakfast?
You have to eat something, love.
I'm not hungry. What time are we going to the police station?
Oh, well, there's no need to rush things. I thought maybe we could have a talk about what's happened.
Yeah, just the three of us.
Then, when you're ready, we could have a chat with Toadie and run through our options.
I'm ready now. Let's do it.
You sure?
Yeah, I just need to get a coffee, so can we meet him at Harold's?
Of course.
Have you thought about what you might say today, love? You know, to the police.
I'm going to tell them everything that happened.
These rumours about Xanthe are all over the internet. Hey, Finn's gone now. Why is Ellie still suspended?
I can't retract the decision about Ellie until the situation with Finn has been resolved.
Mrs. Kennedy, what's the story about Xanthe Canning? Did she really try to elope?
Seriously?
Yashvi, I would appreciate it if you didn't spread such silly gossip.
I don't know if it's silly, it's just what I heard.
Well, how about you use your brain?
I'm guessing she's probably not pregnant then. There's graffiti near the girls' bathroom. I didn't do it.
I'll have it removed as soon as the cleaners
I'll
arrive.
get it now.
And will the police be interviewing all of us, or is that just Xanthe?
Stop it! All right, stop talking about us. Don't even say her name.
Ben, that's enough. I'll be sending a letter home with the students once I have all the information.
I didn't mean to upset him. Everything's just so crazy around here. I hope Xanthe's going to be okay.
Thank you, Yashvi. We all do.
She's not under arrest, so Xanthe isn't legally required to go back to the station.
But you still reckon she should?
It'd definitely buy her some goodwill.
You look about as good as I'd be feeling under your circumstances. Hey, I've made yours a double shot.
Thanks.
So there's probably going to be a few lines of inquiry they want to question you about. Whether Finn abused his position as a teacher, the alleged theft of Piper's medication, and the 2 cases of poisoning.
Which Xanthe had nothing to do with.
Yeah, and I believe that. I want to see the real culprit punished here. But with the evidence the police have, they're probably building a case right now. So we need you to write a timeline around your bag. Who carried it when, that sort of thing.
Thanks, mate. It's great to have a pro on the job. I know you've got a lot on your plate with Sonia's hearing coming up. We really appreciate it.
No, I'm happy to help. I also need to know exactly what you're going to tell the police.
Yeah, can I just go to the bathroom first?
Yeah. I'm going to be in a much better position to help if I know what we're walking into.
Finn?
I'm still turning out.
I hope Xanthe's classmates aren't giving her a hard time.
Things should settle down once she's cleared things up with the cops.
If this devolves into a he said, she said, this case could drag on for months. It all depends on what Xanthe's prepared to reveal.
My mum keeps texting me for an update. I should get back to her.
Hey, Xanthe hasn't touched her coffee.
This toilet break's taken a while.
Too long.
I'll go check.
Xanthe knows how important this is. I'm sure she hasn't just taken off.
Yeah, but there's only one person she wants to see right now, and she's run away to see him before.
She's not there.
Come on, take this. Sit down, you're shaking. Are you sure no one else knows I'm here? That's what you said.
I didn't even know it. I mean, it was just a guess. It was the most isolated out of all of the spots that I mentioned.
Good deduction.
Look, I just figured that if we could talk, you could explain to me how all of this was just a really big misunderstanding.
What did they tell you?
They found all of this stuff. There's evidence in my bag, these pills and research. I'd never seen any of it before.
They're setting you up. I can't believe they stooped this low.
They also mentioned how you thought that I poisoned Susan.
Classic divide and conquer. But you're too smart to fall for tricks.
Am I?
They've been trying to split us up for a while. They wouldn't even let me tutor you. You still trust me though, right?
Why is it I can tell you're lying now, but I never could before?
Xanthe, you've had my back through all of this. I would never lie to you.
No, most of the time you just twisted the story, but somehow I always ended up doing what you wanted.
It was your idea to get on the plane. You've made your own choices.
Yeah, I did. I broke up with Ben. I pushed my friends away. I hid things from my family until the only thing I had left was you.
It's okay. You still have me. You just need to listen to...
No, what I need to do is tell the police everything.
And what's everything?
How I helped you break into the Kennedys' house. I saw you steal Piper's medication. I even believed that you had feelings for me. You would have done anything to make sure that I didn't get you into trouble.
Xanthe, please.
Nope, it's not gonna work this time.
Don't do it to yourself. It'll be your word against mine.
People will believe me.
Really? Who? Your ex-boyfriend? Your former friends? The family you ran away from?
I'll explain how you borrowed my laptop and how you took my bag to plant that evidence.
I'm an accomplished teacher with a spotless record. And you're nothing but a deranged, infatuated teenager with a criminal history. As you can tell from Susan's little trip to the hospital, I know how to fight dirty.
Right, well, this should help my case.
Give me that. Xanthe, this is not a game.
Finn! Finn! Can you hear me? Oh, come on. Mr. Kelly? Finn! Ambulance, please? I'm at a caravan in an industrial estate near Anson's Corner. Yeah, it's for a man named Finn Kelly. I'm not sure, but I think his aneurysm's ruptured.
Princess, you can't keep doing this, running off. When you were gone again,
Your dad was really freaking out. Love, I know that you said that nothing really physical happened with that man, and I know that if it did, you don't want to go into detail.
Mum,
about
she
it.
already said nothing happened.
I know, but I just wanted to know that if it did, it would be a crime on his part. So if you need me to go and find a female officer for you to talk
Nothing
to...
physical ever happened between Finn and I. I promise.
I told you, Mum. I told you she wasn't Naomi.
I assume I'm going to be grounded for life, though.
Absolutely.
Right now, I'm just glad that you're here and you're safe.
Oh,
Finn's being treated for a stroke. The bleed into his brain was extensive.
What's the prognosis?
oh, does it matter?
Just because I know what he is doesn't mean that I want him to die.
He's still in theatre, but he'll live. They've clipped the bleed, but it's hard to predict the extent of the damage. Xanthe, you saved his life.
Oh, enough about this hideous man. Are we right to go?
But he's going to be charged, isn't he?
Well, with Xanthe's new statement and the recording she sent me, I'm sure he will be. You guys won't be the only ones pleased about that.
You're safe. Thank God. I heard that Finn's been taken to hospital. I just want to check and see how you are. Xanthe, I'm so sorry I didn't take better care of you.
No, I'm sorry too.
Mark's assured the Cannings that charges are pending.
And Xanthe?
Well, it looks like she's officially in the clear. Ellie's with her. Obviously, this has had a big impact. We're going to need to be there for her now more than ever. She's not going to come to school today. She may not come to school for a little while.
I know I was angry at her before, but she doesn't deserve all this. Maybe after a bit, I think I should give her a call. Check up on her if she'll see me.
I think that'd be a really nice gesture.
I've got to get back to class.
Okay.
Unmissable drama.
How bad has it gone?
If a party is what we all need, that includes you too.
Want to play some limbo?
Hey, stranger. Don't I get a hello?
Oh, hey. You know Aaron. When was someone going to tell me about Aaron and Tom?
Just watching Tom and David play happy couples isn't my idea of fun.